currently, and I'm going to work on it for approximately 30 minutes in this live stream, and I may or may not talk. If I do talk, it's because I have something to say. If I don't talk, not because I don't have anything to say. It's just more like I'm just kind of focusing on the task at hand, because when I do talk, it tends to slow me down a little bit. And as of right now, I am just working on this area. I kind of worked on this area earlier and a little bit of here. I have been avoiding the bridge like the plague. The initial outline done, I haven't touched it really. I need to get back into it. My main plan about how I'm going to deal with the bridge is I think I need to get a special eraser, a precision eraser that cleans up areas, because I need to tighten up some of these lines, and pastel makes it kind of hard to do that. Or I'm not at the skill level to do like high detail pastel lines. Just not. Like, it's not my forte. And so I'm just going to be kind of adding darker tones. What I've been playing around with is I've been using black, blue, and kind of like a greenish tone in this area. Because in the photo, I'm getting hints of green outside action. Not on all of it, some areas. And so for this, if I can get this worked on for about 30 minutes, that'll be a successful go at it. And maybe even touch on the surrounding area of the drawing. If I'm able to. I like move around though. I know I said I was working here, but now I completely skipped that spot. I know I've said this in the past, but I've never really been... Oh my gosh, I think I made a mistake. I've never really been one for like blending with my hand, with my pinky or finger, but it's been something I've been doing a lot more lately, and I'm kind of enjoying it. Now, the reflection isn't all black. Maybe I might want to consider using some grays in the mix. I have not drawn a samurai village. Maybe I should, though. Maybe. So I'm going to use a little bit of gray here and mix it in with the black, because the reflection isn't this intense. Probably dark. It's not like just a black reflection. I want to treat it like that, so I'm gonna have to play around with it, play around with my colors, and see what my colors kind of do. Like, I'm kind of liking adding the gray top of the black. I think I think that is something I might want to pursue a little bit more. Like, it's still a dark tone, but it's a little bit more interesting than just raw black on the reflection. So I'm going over the black with the gray to kind of, hey, how are you doing? To kind of to soften up the darker tone. All I'm doing is softening it up a little bit. It doesn't need to be an intense black tone. I'm mainly concerned about like having more color variety and getting my contrast through color variety than just adding darker tones for darker tones' sake. All right. I have all these colors just kind of taking up space area here. All right, I think I'm going to take a page and kind of move on from there. Maybe work on the greens in this area. If you notice, I'm adding like these bolder colors. Those aren't happening in the photo. I'm them there just to kind of like make it cool looking, or at least, I don't know. I'm doing it because I find it to be interesting. Anyhow, let's go ahead and work on these areas. We're going to add just a light layer of color of green in these. I'm going to soften them up, and then we're going to go on top and, see what happens. What if I use a little bit more of this intense green? Kind of go over it again, I guess. What if I use like this brownish hue here in some of this area. And then go on top of it with some green. Kind of knock it back a tone. Maybe I need to put some yellow there. It's all about like just layering just small little colors, slowly building it up and seeing if that's the approach you want to go for in your drawing. You can always change it later on. If you don't like it, change it. And then move from there. It's all good. I've been using a lot of purples and blues for these darker areas. So I'm mixing like purple and blue, put them on together, combining them up a little bit, and then going on top of it with some black, and then going back in those areas again with some other blues. Been experimenting a lot with that, and I think there's been some success. It's not been perfect, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit of success doing that because it makes the dark color not straight black. It makes it like a colorful black, like a dark, like a purplish black. What is this? Where am I getting this orange? Oh no, it's coming from my paper. My like, why is it getting orange? No, orange, you have betrayed me. And then I might go over it with like a green or something. You know, just a little, go over with the green. I've been using a lot of the same green lately. Kind of add a little bit of this green on top of the black so that the black starts to get have a little bit of a hue in there. So you can't really tell at close because it looks looks sloppy close up. But when you get farther away, it kind of works. You know, and that's really what you want to do, is you want it to kind of like catch you from a distance, really. It's really at least time to go for. All right. 13 minutes in. We got about almost, I'm going to work on it for like 17 more minutes. And then really stop for a minute, and that'll probably be it for the day. Yeah, that'll be it for the day. It's late, and I think I might to go to bed early and really start the day fresh. Today just did not, it wasn't like, I did not wake up properly. You ever have those days where you just woke up, you didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Things aren't going bad, right? You didn't have like anything bad happen, but nothing was positive. Like there was no negative things, but there was no positive. And you mistake that lack of a positive thing that was like waking up on a positive note as like a negative. And so nothing really bad happened. I actually got some nice things done today, but like, man, I felt like dragging my feet today. Everything was, I don't know. It's easy on the negative side of things, though. Right? It's really easy to like take a look and say your glass is half full or half empty. type of thing. And when really you should probably like say, hey, I've my full, I guess. All right, so we're just going to kind of play around in this area. I don't want to touch the water yet. I don't want to touch this at the moment. I don't want to touch this. The sky is fine. I don't mind the sky. I don't think it's bad. But I think I want to bring all of this up before I start playing around with areas that I've already worked in, worked with a lot. So like I worked this area quite a bit. I really worked the trees that much. The skies had not a lot, but a fair bit more than some areas. So I want to make sure that I give my attention to every area drawing. So I'm going to be trying to get, well, as I said, give attention to every area in my drawing. Which is why I'm going to be using this bright green down here. There we go. All right. So it's kind of dark. What I may want to do is just, where's my dark green? That's kind of a light green. Look, that's pretty dark. How's this green? I think this green is darker than this green, so I will put this green to the side, and I'll use this green for my dark greens, and I'll overlay it with some black and blend it together. See how that looks. Maybe what I'll do though is kind of blend this area. What I'll do is I'll just kind of take this green and kind of just lay a bit of green here. And the only reason why I'm doing that is normally what I do is I like to leave more of the paper showing. But in this case I have to put stuff on top of the paper because of the these lines are showing, and there's no way I can really erase them because it's the pencil that doesn't allow for me to erase it. So I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place. Making sure my purple is not, I'm not over applying it or pressing too hard. So I'm spinning on top of the green a little bit and try to swirl my pastel in circular motion so that it kind of blends in with the previous layer. Now I don't particularly like that because it's too purple. I'm going to go on top of it with some black. And that will mute. Then I'll probably go on top of that black a little bit with green again because the black's going to be overbearing. And I want the green to kind of show again. So I'm just kind of spinning, just drawing in little concentric circles here to blend in the colors. Now there might be a better way to do this actually. I just don't know. I probably need to watch more watch some videos on some pastel experts or something. Perhaps that might be something I need to focus on in the future. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna go on top of this again. Like, it's okay. It's not good though. Not that I'm looking for great, but like I would like for it to work a little bit better. All right, take a break from that. And let's go ahead and just go on top, like make the show less of the tooth of the paper in this area. Just kind of add a little bit more green, and they're going to go ahead and tighten it up as time goes by. I'm just kind of adding a layer of green in certain areas that need to be kind of masked out a little further, and then I'll go add some different colors that I am noticing, or refine some marks. Maybe play around with hard and soft edges. I don't know yet. I'm still if in a spot where I don't know what areas I want to show to the viewer more, or what areas I want the edges to be harder and more defined. And I guess we can cop that out to inexperience. Might be inexperience. Might be a just me not knowing what the outcome I want this drawing to look like, which would probably be related to inexperience, because I don't do enough of these. Be like, oh yeah, I know exactly how I'm going to do this. Where and how, you know. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe not knowing my the outcome, maybe that might be a good thing. Maybe just acknowledging that there will be mistakes, or acknowledging that I don't know the approach or strategy that I want to pursue this drawing might be a good thing, because then it allows me to kind of explore a little bit more fun with some ideas, and not be kind of like locked into, oh, it needs to look this way because this is my style, or this is how I draw X, Y, and Z. You know? A lot of mixing with black and green. Well, I do. But I am doing a lot of mix with black and green. And a little bit of purple. Just slowly. What am I going to do? Let's see. I'm noticing teal happening here. A little bit more this area, like a dark. Maybe if I add this like teal here and then mix it with some black. So like it's like a black teal tone. You know? It's not that bright teal, but definitely if we were to scumble some black on top of that, then maybe put a little bit more green on top of that so that it kind of blends in with each other a little bit more. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just have the edge of it teal, like just a little bitty mark like that. There we go. That's fine. That'll do. That'll do. We'll just put that. Why not? All right. Why not, man? something's happening right here. I don't know. Like the color, it's green, but it's not green. It's almost like a yellow, but I don't know if I have a yellow. Maybe what if I were to add like a bright orange, just small hints of like orange in this area. I don't like that. It's brown, like greenish brown. You know, this area right here. You can't tell because the angle of the camera is distorts it, but it's definitely not that color. I put that there just to kind of see what it looks like. Now we're just going to go ahead and play around over here, maybe darken this up, some black. Maybe what I'll do is there's an area right here that can make it really dark. And there's some areas right here that I could add a little bit of black on it. Maybe right here, add a little bit of black. Just slowly kind of put a little bit more pressure in that area. It gets dark around here as well. Not as dark as up here, but we could try to blend. Oh no. I swear, sometimes when I'm drawing pastels, it feels like I'm drawing, like it's kind of drawing as if it's oil pastel. I get the impression with oil pastels at times. Getting there, man. I'm making slow progress. That is good. Oh, I gotta stretch. Woo! I wanted to spend 4 hours today drawing, but it's looking like I'm gonna get about 2. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to hit the reset button tomorrow, and tomorrow will be my day where I put in some more time. But today is just going to be one of those days where I just make the bare minimum. I think I have like this daily goal of wanting to get like 4 hours of work in. I could technically do hours right now if I just went straight, but then I don't like this idea of having to go to bed really late, so I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 for the day. And that is it for the day. I got to get going. I'm going to take a little break and then work on some other things. Thank you so much for watching.